Hey guys, what is up? It is TreeBros01 here, and I just took a 10-second bite out of this video. And today we are doing a solo queue adventures game in Season 6. I have not done one of these in a while, and it will be a ranked game. Currently Platinum 1 in promos. I have 0 games currently in my promos to Diamond, and this is just the start of the season. My current win rate is 13 wins to 10 losses. So we'll get going here pretty soon. I have been doing jungle and support for my primary and secondary. And the little fun fact, I have gotten either support or top lane. I did top lane for 2 games, 9 games in a row. So we're going to go for 10 games in a row here. And maybe my 10th game I will actually get my primary role. We're going to have to see, but I'll talk to you guys in Champ Select. And we are currently 10 for 10 right now. On my secondary role, I have gotten support 10 times in a row in ranked when my primary was jungle, which really sucks. But whatever. I mean, nothing wrong with support. I just, I'd rather have jungle in like at least 2 out of my 3 games, but it is what it is. So we're going to be playing some support this game here. Like I said, this is a promo game. And I'm going to start talking about team comps because I really do want this to be like educational for people who may be like lower elo, to kind of how I think, what goes into picking my champion. And picking the right champion based on your team comp and the enemy's team comp is like half the battle. So I'm just gonna kind of explain my thought process here. Seems like we have Ezreal into Kalista, so it seems like we're gonna have a really passive lane. If they pick something like Thresh or Nautilus or Bard, Alistar, those are all really scary picks. The one, like anything with Kalista, just is a strong lane in general. So we're really gonna have to watch out for their early game and pick support according to that. Seems like they're hovering Renekton here. Renekton would definitely be another pick that just greatly increases how strong their early game is and makes it very scary. Same with Pantheon. Pantheon's just insanely good early game. Nautilus also, once again, insanely good early game. It looks like they're going to have an early game comp here. And yeah, with the Nautilus lock-in, it's pretty safe to assume that their comp is going to be really focused on snowballing the early game. And in turn, that means if we, outskill them early game with scaling champs, it's nearly impossible for them to win. But it also means that if we go even early game, we have the edge. And it also means if we lose the early game, as long as we don't bleed too much and we kind of stay afloat, we will be able to get back ahead. It just really depends on the comps. I really hope this guy doesn't pick Aatrox jungle or Lulu jungle. Wonder what that is. I'm just making sure. But okay, so Lee Sin. So our team comp is pretty good actually. We're gonna have the mid Lulu, Lee Sin jungle, Fiora, Ezreal. Our team comp's also very strong. Ours isn't as early game as theirs. Ours is definitely a lot more scaling and team fight oriented. So I think something that would scale well and, do a lot of work in team fights is something we really want. Do we need a lot of peel? No, but I think we do want something like a Thresh to catch people out. Because Nautilus is going to be very immobile. Getting a hook on Kalista and Arya is going to be difficult. But when we do it, it's a free win. Getting a hook on Pantheon, Elise, and Nautilus, though, is going to be relatively easy. So I think we're going to go with Thresh this game. And just kind of pair the Thresh with the Ezreal to kind of give Ezreal some more lane pressure, as well as just overall being a fantastic support. Whenever I play support, you can never go wrong with Thresh when you play support. In almost every situation, Thresh would always be a very solid pick. He's just overall one of the best all-around supports. And fun fact, before I started filming this game, I played another game as Thresh, and I played very well, and I was very happy with how I played, and I did record it, but unfortunately, I recorded it in 1080p. So for some reason, when I was playing in League, it was very laggy because I play in 1440p, and it caused like these weird stuttering and jittery issues. So unfortunately, I can't be using that, but I definitely did have a very good game, and hopefully we could have another good game here today. We have 60 ping, good. Shaw and League have kind of been having ping issues lately, in which I've been getting spikes to like around 200 ping, and that is actually what caused me to lose my promos beforehand. Is my fifth promo game to Diamond, I ended up having 200 ping for the whole game. It didn't really lose me my promos, but I wasn't able to play to the best of my ability, and that's kind of what happened there. That's not necessarily what lost us the game to say, but that's what made it a lot harder to win. So once again, it's early game versus scaling. Their comp is super, super good early game. Ari is probably the most scaling part of the comp. Everything else falls off very hard, while everything on our comp just scales, except Lee. But Lee does, like, a lot of people don't understand how Lee kind of works. Lee is a mid-game champion that has a, pretty good early game, very strong mid-game, and then a pretty good late game. He does fall off in terms of damage late game, but he brings his damage and he converts it to utility from mid to late game. And the utility of him just being tanky and having his kick is enough to make him a good late game champion still. And combine that with his W sustain and just the initial damage he built early game, he's still going to be a big threat to the backline. So if he's able to get in the backline, he could still kill your ADC. He could still do all this, but it's just not going to be as dominant as it would be mid-game. But he still has a pretty good late game. With Thresh, we're going to be getting E first. I'm a huge advocate of getting E first on Thresh. I think it just, helps your level 1 quite a bit. And it also makes your leash slightly stronger for the jungler. And once you get level 2, this is something a lot of people forget about. Once you hit level 2, you're already going to have the empowered E auto. And then you're going to get your Q. So instead of getting Q first and then getting your E, you don't have that auto right away. So when you get your first point in E, you have that auto right away for the trade. So that it just increases your damage by like 30 magic damage-ish. Once for the level 2 fight, that's going to ensue. Me and Ezreal shouldn't be too aggressive in this lane. Nautilus Kalista is super strong. So unless they really overstep somewhere, we won't be able to. I forgot to buy items. What the hell? I really forgot to buy items? That's hilarious. Unless they really overstep, we're going to be doing very bad. So because of me not buying items, we're actually like really screwed here. So we're just gonna have to play like complete and utter bitches for the majority of the game. Me buying items is really bad. It's not the end of the world though. I'm gonna be missing like 2 or 3 CS. So we're just probably gonna be a little bit more behind than usual, but it's not gonna be super duper bad. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm just going to help Ezreal last hit. I'm going to go last hit this one if he doesn't get it. He doesn't. But basically, they can't go too aggressive where we are here. Otherwise, they kind of overstep at this point in the game. And with level 2 jungler, they can be deadly. So I'm still level 1 and they hit level 3, but we have a massive wave here in which I'm going to get level 2 at least. Probably not level 3, though. And they took golems, so it's most likely that Elise is going to be bot side for level 3. So we're going to have to not go aggressive at all. Probably could have went for a hook there. And when I hook, it's not to all in at this point. Usually with Thresh, if you get slightly ahead and you hook, it's immediately an all-in if it hits. But usually in even to slightly behind lanes, you just hook to get like free poke. And that usually helps you bring the lane back in your favor sometimes. So we did hit level 3. I am going to get a second point in Q for the damage. I do not think W is going to be very useful at this point. So the second Q. And since we're even levels now, we could actually start like putting pressure on them with hooks. So if I do hit a hook, they're going to be very, you know, they're going to have to play very scared of my hooks. Because if they do get hooked, we're going to be able to deal immense amounts of damage. So I'm going to try to look for them. I'm not going to be like super eager to like, you know, go out to the side and, you know, try to get an angle on them. But, you know, if a hook does come up that I'm really, like, want to take, it's now safe to, like, do it, where it wasn't before. So they hit level 4, so we immediately just need to kind of chill out. I'm warding. Nautilus could engage whenever he wants here, and it would be a pretty good engage considering Kallista's level 4. So we just got to watch out for that. I do not want to go grab this soul and get hooked. So I'm waiting for the minion, and I'm gonna take that. I do hit Nautilus with this hook, and as I said, since we're behind in lane, we're just gonna want to use it to poke. We don't want it to all in. And like there, a lot of low elo ADCs and supports would have taken the Q, would have went all in there, when it's definitely a lose-lose situation, and you don't want to do that. Kind of baited Nautilus's hook there with the soul, which was nice. So that's going to be down for 15 seconds. And now we got to start wanting to watch out for Elise. She was topside not too long ago, I think, and she died. So she could easily just be heading bottom right now. A good jungler would be heading directly bottom right now because we're pushing. So we're going to assume this Elise is a good jungler. And we're going to go ward try and watch out heavily for ganks and not be too aggressive here. It does seem Ezreal wants to back for his tier. And since Ezreal wants to back for his tier, it's probably best for me to go either roam mid or to back with him. You never want to stagger your backs as supported ADC. You always want to either back with your ADC or roam when he's backed. There's no point in just staying in lane as support. Not even for XP necessarily. XP, you know, you could get later as a support. You really just want to use the pressure you have. So he hasn't backed yet, and my ping was spiking a little bit there. It kind of scared me, but now we're back at 60, which is good. I used to play on 30, and then it went up to 80 when they moved the servers, but then they have efficiently made it back down to 60, which is nice. And it seems they're going way too over-aggressive here, so it's 100% that Elise is here, and she is here. So, oh, it seems like Ahri is also here. And we did die, because Ahri was not pinged missing, sadly, I don't think. And we only had tri-warded, so they actually came all the way around. But as you can see there, that's how we could tell before even seeing them that they were there. It's just because of the aggression of Nautilus and Kalista. And that gave us a kind of good buffer to like determine, you know, if we were in trouble or not. Unfortunately, it didn't work out and we ended up dying. But I thought I'd point that out because that's a lot of people. A lot of people in lower elos get baited by, you know, a Janna just randomly walking into two of you and they're like, hey, free kill. And sometimes in low elo it is because, you know, people are stupid. But at this elo, if someone just starts running up straight into you, you gotta back out. Even if it's 1v3, you gotta back out. So, like I said, you know, we're gonna be behind this early game in bot lane, like 100% of the time almost. Ezreal now has his tier, so he's now beginning scaling, and I just really want to just push this up to tower and roam. I think getting a roam down right now is what we want to do, and we see Elise near his blue here, so I'm gonna come chill and just kind of see if Elise is hanging out around here. Elise was around here, and Elise is in this bush. Elise, I'm pretty sure is in that bush. Okay, whatever. I had a feeling that Elise was in that bush because Ari was really hugging that side an incredible amount, just absolutely hugging it. So they actually have a freeze here, which Ezreal is making even better by doing that, I think. Not really. He just kind of cleared it out a little bit, but seems like Lulu and Lee are getting in a fight. It's a very good polymorph, and Lee should just take that Q. Yeah, good job on Lee's part. That was a good fight. Ezreal went back, so there's really no reason to do anything right now. Since mid is dead too, can't really do much. So the best place to be right now is just kind of chilling bot and not getting in range of Nautilus. So we're just gonna chill, wait for Ezreal to come. I'm gonna lantern him in too, just to get him here a little faster. Now that Ezreal's here, we're gonna have a big wave going into our tower, but Elise is mid, so we're fine. I don't have to ward. And we're just gonna kind of chill right now. We're just gonna farm under tower. Once I hit 6, we'll be able to, you know, contest them again. But until now, we have to play like very, very soft. Very soft. Oh, I thought he had a Q for that. I am not level 6 yet, so I am very behind. So we're actually gonna have to start playing more low econ. I don't know why I thought she would jump that way. That was probably a bad hook to take. There's no way in hell that she ever jumps that way. Absolutely no way. Nautilus is not level 7 yet, so this actually does make the game kind of even, but he is level 7 now. So we do have to really chill out and not let the lane push. We just want it to continually be pushed into us where we have the safety of farm under tower. So I'm just going to hook him a little bit for damage, just to like kind of show him that, hey, you know, you can't just walk up on us like that, otherwise you'll take some damage. It is going to be pushing to them, sadly. So usually when this happens, you just want to like actually start pushing it as fast as possible to get the levels and then to back off afterwards. And the reason why this is fine is because even though they have level advantage, they can't fight us in this minion wave, otherwise they'll still lose the fight. So it's completely fine to do this. Elise is MIA and we're pushing, so we gotta just chill out right now. I think I might go for a roam mid too. And it seems like Callista and Nautilus are coming here. And we did force Callista's ult there, which is good. That like runes some engage. And it makes it so we're going to be quite a lot safer in lane. They're going really aggressive here, and Lee Sin is pretty dead here unless he gets that, which is good. I believe Ari flashed there. I'm going to write that down. And we do get 2 kills from that, which is really good. Oh, I'm coming. Ooh, that sucks. We should definitely just push this up and back, I think. That was really good for us. I think we played that well. Callista did take one little leap forward too much. And that ended up getting her flayed, and she ended up dying because of that, which is really nice. Oh, give it to me! Okay, good. That was so close. Yeah, we're going to push this up, and we are now even in lane, which is perfect. It's what we wanted. I'm going to head mid instead of backing to see if I could maybe get a gank off. It's going to be tough. I do have flash, but they most likely have wards. So this is also going to be to find all the pink wards. So I'm going to be checking here, and I'm going to be checking here, then backing. Okay, I'm going to back now. I do have flash, so I'm relatively safe there. We're going to get our Swifties. And we do not have enough for this yet, but if we sell potions, we'll have enough for it, which is worth. And then we will get Sweeper. Now we have our main core for early game support. Swifties, Targon's Brace, and Sightstone. Unfortunately, we couldn't buy a pink, but sometimes, you know, you have to make sacrifices. Pantheon's getting pretty low. Ooh, what a Q from Lee Sin. Kick his ass. Nice job. Here we also see that Elise is top. And they should also pressure top tower because mid is dying. Ezreal probably made a really good ult there trying to save the tower. Yeah, he did. That's going to help a lot. So yeah, this is why I said they should have counter pushed top, because Elise was obviously going mid there. And that just kind of gave them a free tower. We are strong enough to fight now. Oops. I didn't mean to. I thought I went past the minion, but I guess I didn't. Nautilus is pretty low, but I have no ignite, and he does, I think. So that might make it pretty hard, but we do have the creep advantage. Oh, at least it's getting pounded. So I'm coming. Holy shit, dude. No. Holy shit. We could probably do this, to be honest. But it's fine if we don't. That's really good that he survived. I didn't really play that well. I wasn't able to line up my hook on Elise the way I really wanted to. But that's fine. I do hit Nautilus here, which gives us a lot of damage. I really hope she doesn't rend that. That would kind of suck. Yeah, she's looking for the rend. Let's me get this. Gonna be going for the cannon here. Elise won't be here usually. I have ignite now, so we could definitely kill either whoever I hook here. That was pretty close. I don't like. Usually she's never gonna jump there, so I don't know why I'm going for those hooks. They're too hard to hit. Like only 1 in like 50 of those hooks will ever land. Whereas one in those like 2 would land, maybe. Not really. If that minion wasn't there, 1 and 2 would land. Ahri is here. Oh, Elise is here too. That was a good Elise lane gank. But we kind of traded it with top actually, so we will be able to get top tower hopefully. Why not get top tower? Like, we're going to be behind 2 towers if we don't get top tower. It's really important that we make sure we play the tower game. I think now we go for a locket. I'm gonna ignore Lee Sin. You know, passive-aggressive comments don't do anything to win you the game. So it's best if you just, I just ignore him. I'm gonna go roam now, because I am level 9, and I'm pretty strong. So I'm gonna be roaming around, and I'm just gonna try to make plays on the map with my team here. Because we're behind 3 towers now, and that's really bad for us. We have to start making plays. Yeah, they have so much map pressure now because of the towers, so we have to play really safe. So because of the poor trading of towers on my team's part, we are now forced to basically just play on the back foot for the entire game until we group for 5v5 fights. There's no way to really do anything currently on the map. One of the ways we can actually end up doing something is if we have pitch perfect vision control, but I'm not going to be able to do that myself. So I'm going to head top right now because they're pushing it. And here we might be able to make a play. They're going way too over aggressive. We should definitely make a play here. Autoed him for the assist. Now we get top tower, which is pretty nice. And we should also be able to rotate from mid. So we're still going to be behind 3 towers, but those 3 kills are going to help us bring us back in the game. Pantheon is pushing bottom, which Fiora will deal with. Lee Sin's being such a little baby right now. Now I think we gotta back off and defend mid and top, or mid and bottom. I'm gonna do a sweep. Oh, Elise is coming. Oop. I'm not gonna be able to get that ward though, sadly. Oh, it seems like Lee Sin could get her. Oh. Oh, they're coming back. Fiora is not heading over, so we're gonna have to chill for now. Oh god, please no. Damn, that actually killed me. I didn't have W up, so I couldn't kill her there. Which sucks. I do have Aegis now. I'm really not liking the way we're playing as a team right now. Everything's kind of like disoriented. We don't really have any clear objectives. We should be focusing on like towers and stuff, but we're focusing on jungle camps and stuff that doesn't really make sense. We're still not in a bad position though this game. We could definitely bring it back with some good fights. Sorry about these notifications, guys. I'm gonna mute this Facebook chat. Okay. We are back. We are level 10, so we could upgrade. And like, yeah, we are still in a pretty good position for scaling. We are not in a good position right now, but in terms of our scaling, we're in a good position to win the game. I'm coming, Ezreal. I'm coming to drag. This is pretty scary right now. They are going to get drag and then go mid, which we could definitely fight the mid as long as we get poked down beforehand. They could be roaming bot, actually, so we have to be careful here. Ezreal got ulted on. Yeah, he was up way too much. Sucks. They're going to be pushing bot here. And I don't know if we should either contest mid or what. I'm not sure. This is such a tough call. I think we go bot now. We have to go bot and wave clear while Fiora splits. Fiora does not have TP, but we have to go bot. Because going mid, they just rotate. Okay, yeah, that was fine. I don't have anything for that. Okay. Lee Sin, that's a weird position for it, but okay. Now I think we group and defend wherever they push until they overstep and we get like a hook or something. See, we got a pretty good amount of poke there on them, which is nice to have. You hook Callista. Nautilus is weak. Holy shit. That was a close fight. But yeah, my hook weaved through all of them and hit Callista, and then I was able to do the Panth hook follow-up, which was really good. So we should definitely counter with this mid tower, as long as he doesn't die. Nice, good job. Alright, so we should definitely get this mid. I don't think we can Baron because we're just too low HP. They have no... Yeah, they only have Panthalt, which is in 20. Ooh, that was close. So they're gonna probably go for a counter push mid, which we just have to back and go straight mid. They might get the tower. Fiora's going top, and she has TP soon, so we might be able to defend that. They're going straight for Baron, actually. We have to back. It's really just up to Lee Sin here to steal. That's a good call from them. But we can maybe counter with towers and stuff. But other than that, we're pretty screwed. I think Ezreal should just continue to push and get tower. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work enough. Just does not work enough. That was a really good Baron call from them. Like, Ezreal going... Like, see, the thing is, Ezreal going down to farm bot is actually really what sparked that. We weren't able to push fast enough and get the tower fast enough. Like, those things just had to be done fast so we could have backed. But because Ezreal went to push bot, we missed out on all that damage, and we could have done so much more if he stayed. So I'm gonna ward Dragon because Dragon's gonna be up soon. And I'm also gonna do a sweep. Seems like they don't have any wards. Which is nice. So I just warded Dragon completely. Because that's probably the next objective they're gonna go for, to be honest. And once again, we're still not in a horrible spot. We are at a bad spot, but it's definitely... we will be able to hold out, hopefully. As long as we make smart decisions, such as going bottom here. Seems like they might have caught out Kalista here, which is really good if we're able to turn this fight. I'm not too sure if we'll be able to turn this though. No, we won't. Pantheon might ult here. Oh shit, I'm dead. That Nautilus coming around didn't really kind of spooked me. Let's see, what we should have done there is we all should have just went around to the tower. Like, we can team fight under towers. It's not like we just keep trying to fight in jungle where we have no advantage whatsoever. But if we fight in towers, you know, in open spaces where there's a lot of room to fight, there's not a lot of weird like terrain to go over and shit like that. Because they can make so much advantage of that with Kalista and Ahri. This game is still winnable. We just have to play smart, like I said. But my team has not been making very smart decisions this game, unfortunately. And once, like, also, all of this could have been halted, or all of the, like, this kind of snowball that they've started could have been completely stopped by getting towers early game. We missed out on 2 opportunities to get towers early game, and that absolutely screwed us. It seems like they're pushing mid, so I'm gonna back. I now have double shields, so I think I'm gonna be getting a frozen heart here. A frozen heart sounds like a good way to round out the build, because Elise is almost full tank, so a frozen heart is the way to go here. Oh, what am I doing? I was gonna go for a ward there, but I noticed that this ward's really important, so I replaced it. And I'll replace it again once they're done that. Oh, they did pink it, which is not the best, but it's whatever. We do kind of have to fight here. Fiora is dealing with top, and she could wave clear pretty fast because of her Titanic. So we could definitely wait for her, and I'll just hook for poke, I think. They're just trying to use that vision to get us to walk towards them more so they can land their CC. But as long as we stay back and wave clear, we're fine. So we were able to save Lee there, which was really good. Unfortunately, Ezreal got caught out. We really need Fiora here, because we could still fight if we have Fiora. I'm out of mana. I think that might be game. Yeah, no, I'm really disappointed with how my team played this game. Obviously, I could have played could have played better mechanically and stuff, but I believe, you know, me buying items, not buying items at the start did kind of suck, but I don't think that's what mainly lost us the game. I think it was just our team's decision making overall that kind of lost us the game here. Yeah, can't do anything. GG, well played. I hope you guys enjoyed watching Solo Queue Adventures. We are currently 0-1 in promos, and I hope to bring it back. I probably won't be making another one of these till I finish promos at least, and you know, maybe I'll get a game or two of jungle. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.